President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi addressed the African Peace and Security Council Summit through the video conference. The summit was also attended by a number of African leaders and the heads of state to discuss the current Sudanese crisis. The details follow. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi affirmed on Saturday the Egyptian respect for the will of the Sudanese people and the principle of non-interference in their internal affairs, stressing the need to prevent the external interventions in the current crisis. President al-Sisi made his remarks in a speech at a virtual meeting for the African Union's Peace and Security Council at the level of the heads of state and the government on the situation in Sudan. The meeting discussed the efforts toward finding a sustainable ceasefire, effective humanitarian action, civilian-led democratic processes in the country, and the regional stability. The President emphasized the necessity for regional parties to assist the Sudanese in bringing to a halt the crisis and achieving the consensus to address the underlying causes that led to the outbreak in the first place. The head of state stressed the need for close coordination among the Sudanese neighboring states to resolve the crisis, given that these states are the most affected by the crisis and most keen to end it as soon as possible. The President outlined the Egyptian efforts to end the crisis in concert with the African Union and the Arab League, which he said are based on finding a comprehensive and sustainable ceasefire and preserving the state institutions. Al-Sisi stressed that preserving the state's national institutions in Sudan is considered the basic guarantee to protect the state from the danger of collapse. The President also highlighted the Egyptian respect for the will of the Sudanese people in their internal affairs, stressing the need to prevent the foreign interference. He said that Egypt will continue to exert all the efforts to end the current crisis by backing the efforts of the African Union and all the existing mechanisms that aim at ending the current conflict. Egypt will also continue coordinating with the partners and the relief organizations to provide the urgent humanitarian aid to alleviate the deteriorating situation, as the President added. The summit meeting, chaired by Uganda's President Yoweri Museveni, saw the participation of a number of heads of state and government, as well as a number of high-level officials, including the Arab League Secretary-General Ahmed Abul Ghait and the UN Secretary-General Special Envoy for the Horn of Africa, Hannah Taytay. Egypt has been supporting the regional efforts to end the conflict in Sudan that broke out in mid-April and has been pushing for a sustainable ceasefire between the warring parties in the neighboring state. Over the past weeks, the conflict in Sudan resulted in the death of more than 700, including tens of children, according to the UN Secretary-General's Special Representative for Sudan, Volker Perthes.